So we're going to be going over a whole bunch of information that you need to know about the brand new mansions that's coming into the game later tonight, which we will be live streaming, so don't miss out on a huge live stream. And then also after that, we're going to be breaking down all of the DLC itself, doing car reviews and other stuff like that. So number one, let's talk about these mansions. There is word on the street there is going to be 3 different tiers of mansions. You're not going to be able to own all of the mansions. You'll be able to own only one mansion particularly, and that mansion is going to be differently priced. So there's going to be 3 different prices of mansions: a low tier, a mid tier, and then a high tier. Now the highest tier mansion is going to be the mansion located by the Vinewood Hills. The mid-tier mansion is going to be the one by Mini Mandrazzo's, and if speculation has it to be true, I believe that Devin Weston's mansion will be the low-tier mansion located way out there in Zancudo. So those are some things that we can go ahead and expect with the actual mansions themselves. We don't know how much the mansions are going to be, but it has been highly speculated upon that, yes, during the information that I've dug up, it looks like there will be 3 different tiered mansions themselves, offering different modifications and upgrades particularly, which we're going to go over right now. So number one, we know we're going to get this, but it's probably going to be something that we're going to have to pay for, which is an AI assistant. What is this AI assistant going to do particularly? Well, we don't know all of what the AI assistant is going to do, but basically the AI assistant is going to be there to help us manage and run and operate our actual mansion itself, as the mansion is not just going to be a place where we can sleep and play games and stuff like that. It's also going to be a place where we're going to be able to boost businesses, which is something I'll talk about later on down in the list there, and do a lot of other awesome stuff, which necessarily hasn't been confirmed by Rockstar, and we just need the mansions to come into the game so we can go ahead and see exactly what everything entitles. Now, number 2, we know this for a fact, we are getting kennels. What is a kennel? It's going to be a place where we can go ahead and have an animal. I don't know what exactly type of animals that we're going to be having in the game, but it does show that there is like a dog kennel there. So most likely we're going to probably get a dog. Now, another thing too, if we do get a dog and that's the only animal, I don't know if we're going to be able to take that animal with us, kind of like what we can do with Franklin and Chop. And there's a lot of awesome little mechanics that Franklin and Chop have. I don't know if you guys have played story mode as much as I have, or played around with Chop and Franklin. You can take Chop with you. You can make Chop attack people. You have a ball. You can throw a ball for Chop. He'll go get it and he'll bring it back. It's super awesome. Now, the next thing that the mansion is going to have is like over at the casino is your own personal salon where you can go ahead and get your face painted and or your haircut, so you don't have to go to one of the haircut places. It's just going to be right there at the mansion. Here's another thing that's been confirmed is trophy cabinets. We don't know exactly what these trophies are going to be for, but highly speculated for some of the things that we have already either done in the game and or are going to do in the game that has to deal with like missions and completing certain tasks potentially in the game to be able to get some of the most rarest trophies. Just like over at the arcade, the only way to get trophies over there is you got to beat video games. You got to get to the very end of like every video game, and that takes some doing, especially over at the arcade and something like the Kitty Claw. But anyways, moving on. Now, this has also been confirmed right here through the actual trailer and information from Rockstar. We are getting new garage lighting. That means that our lighting in the garage is going to be different than any other lighting. So if you can imagine over at the Boulevard 50 car garage, the lighting over there can be changed pretty cool, but it's definitely speculating here that the lighting is going to be something that we've never seen in the game. Now, I don't know exactly if that means like black lights and making our clothes glow or something like that. That would actually be pretty awesome, but it just says right here that we are going to be getting a new system of lighting for our garages, most likely to go ahead and potentially highlight some of the vehicles that we're going to have in our actual mansions themselves. Now, just like what I said up above, let's talk about this production boosts. So we don't know exactly what type of production boost it's going to go ahead and enhance, but just like a lot of players out there these days, you have a lot of businesses. These businesses make money maybe through the nightclub, AFK or something like that. There might be boosts for the nightclub. There might be boosts for any other businesses like MC businesses, maybe the Acid Lab or something like that. to where basically it's going to be able to help your other businesses make more money by maybe helping it produce stock faster or something like that. So anyways, here's something that's actually pretty interesting now too. So private security, it's talking about right here on Rockstar Games website. So we're going to be able to get some sort of form or fashion of private security, which we don't even know what that means at this point. Is that like, you know, is that some NPC like army of Mark II oppressors flying around our mansion? Or is it just some fat dude in a freaking, you know what I'm saying? And like, he's got a taser. Like, there's just some dude running around eating jelly donuts, like tasing people or something like that. And it's going to cost like $850,000 to go ahead and get that security guard. So maybe not. We don't know what's going to happen exactly yet. It just says we're getting security guards. The option of paying for security guards. You're not just going to get it with your mansion. These are all like optional things that we're going over too. Now this right here sounds absolutely amazing, which is going to be the car podium that's going to be in potentially like the middle of our mansion or in the garage area or something like that. And please tell me you can go ahead and put the Batmobile on the actual podium, even though the mansion itself is going to be more like what I've said before in previous videos, like a Tony Stark type mansion with Jarvis. We're not really sure exactly. We don't really know exactly what that Vinewood mansion looks like either at this point. Anyways, moving on. So we do know for a fact that we're going to be getting brand new missions, and we're going to be working side by side with Michael DeSanta himself, which is going to be coming into an online experience for the very first time, and has been something that we've been asking for ever since the very beginning of time, is a Mansions DLC and a Michael DLC. And guess what Rockstar did? They put them both together for one of the biggest and best DLCs that this game is probably going to see and or experience for probably a lot of its time. So you can just scratch up all the bad DLCs, and this being like probably one of the best DLCs that's going to come into the game. So another thing that we know that we're going to be getting, we don't know exactly how many, but it does say law enforcement vehicles. This could mean 2, 3, 4 vehicles, but don't forget too about drip feed, because not all of the vehicles and potentially not all of the mansions are going to be coming into the game right away, because this is just going to be the immediate drop for the actual DLC itself. And then we're going to be looking at probably a pretty tight faucet when it comes to that drip feed, which Rockstar likes to do these days, stretching all the way out 6 months until our actual summer DLC, which might be looking like our last DLC right now at this time before Grand Theft Auto 6. Now, also that it mentions here, we are going to be getting brand new drift variants for vehicles. So not necessarily new drift cars, but we are going to be getting new drift variants on different vehicles that already exist in the game, which means one thing. We're going to have vehicles in the game that are going to be getting drift abilities. That would be cool if I could get like a UFO or something like that with drift ability. They'd give me like a UFO with drift ability. God knows I'd probably crash it just like I did my other spaceship out there in Paleto Bay, because that's how I crashed that one. I tried to drift it. Now, also that is mentioned right here at Rockstar Games website is we are going to be getting a bunch of HSW cars. So that means that Heyo is going to be quite busy over there taking a lot of our money and building up some of the most fastest vehicles in the game. Like I've mentioned before in previous videos, Heyo's vehicles, if you guys are not experiencing these type of vehicles and these upgrades, they are the fastest cars in the game. Like right now, I believe it's the Banshee GTS has the #1 spot. This car goes about 188 miles an hour and is faster than some of the helicopters that are in the game, and planes, might I add. Now, another thing that we do know that we're going to be getting is self-autonomously driving vehicles. What I would like to do with that situation, if it's going to be a taxi, which we've already made a video talking about those vehicles potentially, is we could get like an army of self-driving vehicles and just kind of cruise across the map and see what happens in like a cruise session or something like that. You guys are on PlayStation 5, you want to go cruising in some autonomous type vehicles and see what that entitles yeah, we're definitely going to be doing that. And also, there will be a car show, most likely right around the corner. So once again, if you guys are on PlayStation 5, we're going to be trying to get those modded cars. And once again, I really apologize that we're not on Xbox, trying to help people over there. We got to get the channel a lot bigger to be able to get more consoles going on here, because it costs a lot of money to be able to get, like, you know, Xboxes and TVs and, you know, Xbox Gold, and then potentially like PCs can be like, bro, you're on Xbox and PlayStation. What about us? Exactly, right? So it's a lot of work potentially, and we're still a small but growing channel. So moving on to the last thing that we know that we're getting here that's on the list, which is going to be the FMJ Mark V. Yeah, this thing is going to be a Heyo's vehicle. It's probably going to cost a whole bunch of money. Prior to making this video, I did do a video just talking about the FMJ, of like some things that we know about that and some other things that we don't know. So anyways, let's move off to the couple next things that I wanted to talk about. Our mansions are also, says right here, going to be getting armories, just like over at the, I would say, the agency. We have an armory over there, and we're actually allowed to buy body armor, which is the only business that we can buy body armor from. Otherwise, we have to go to an actual gun shop itself. Another thing that's guaranteed that we know that we're getting confirmed right here on Rockstar Games' website is a vehicle workshop to go alongside our actual garages that we're going to be getting with our mansions, which once again, it looks like from the information, there's going to be 3 different tiers of mansion: a low tier, a mid tier, and a high tier. The highest tier being the one right under the Vinewood sign, which we have not yet get to see yet. Yeah, another thing, too, it's talking about is also getting some sort of assistant. And I can only imagine that we're not actually getting, like, an assistant. We're getting, like, that AI assistant is what it's talking about that's going to be helping us. It's not going to be, like, a real person. So it's kind of crazy how we're getting all this stuff that's going to be coming into the game with the brand new mansions. And it is super exciting. So, you guys, from there, this is a lot of confirmed information that comes right from Rockstar Games itself, of a lot of things that we're going to be getting later on and how it's all going to go down. And once again, yeah, I don't think we're going to be owning all 3 mansions. I think we're only going to own 1 mansion, but I think it's going to be up to you whether you're going to be getting the least expensive and or you're going to be someone like me that's going to be going after the one under the Vinewood Hill with all the modifications. And once again, we're going to be doing a live stream later tonight. So if you guys enjoyed the video, you're going to have to let us know by leaving a comment. What do you think about all this awesome stuff that's coming into the game? Are you excited as I am about Michael DeSanta finally making his first time debut into an online scenario after 13 years of doing what? I hope we get a little bit more backstory of what exactly has been going on with Michael. And it would really be awesome to see in the very end, maybe like CJ or maybe Michael, Franklin, and Trevor all coming back with like Lamar or something like that. Rockstar definitely has enough of our money to make that happen, and so they should probably do something like that, just like what we've been asking for the Mansions DLC and Michael DeSanta coming into the game. Yeah, that's actually a fan highly requested from the community there. So anyways, once again, if you guys enjoyed the video, smash like, subscribe for more content, go check out more videos, and thank you all for watching. My name is GRAVESIGHT, and I'll see you in the next one, so peace!